TV.
Police in Edo rescues 13 kidnapped victims. Plus, Governor Samuel Ortom accuses Malam Nasir El-Rufai of being real Nigerian enemy. Hello, lovely viewers. A pleasant morning to you, a pleasant afternoon to you, and a pleasant evening to you, depending on the actual time. The time is now that you are watching us now on our day-to-day informative news update on your darling TV station, DJM TV. I am Stanley Okocha, reading the hot news trending now in Nigeria at this time for your informative pleasure. A combined team of security operatives in Edo State yesterday rescued 13 persons from the den of kidnappers in the Ao area of the Adowa bypass along the Benin-Auchi Express Road in Uwode local government area of Edo State. The combined security men, made up of men of the Edo State Police Command, local hunters, and members of the Edo State Vigilante Security Network (ESVSN), ransacked the forest which the kidnappers used as hideout and rescued the 13 persons who were of two sets kidnapped at two different operations. They were kidnapped on Thursday, while the first set were traveling from Lagos to Akwa Ibom State. The other set were traveling from Lagos to Onitsha, Anambra State. Speaking with newsmen after the rescue operations, the Commissioner of Police, Edo State Command, CP Philip Ogbadu, said the command deployed drones and with the assistance of hunters and members of the Vigilante Security Network set up by the Edo State government. Speaking further, the Edo State Police Boss stated in his words, "We used information provided to track the kidnappers. We took courage to enter the forest. This is how we would proceed with the operations going forward." He reassured members of the public that the police command in the state will not relent in their quest to get rid of kidnappers in the state. In the Edo State Commissioner of Police words again, "We are going to carry out a general combing of the area so that we can identify their camps. So far, we have identified up to 7 camps, and we will make these camps visiting points so that they will not be able to come back." Mr. Ogbadu urged the residents in the communities along and around the Ao-Auchi Road area to always provide relevant information about the activities of kidnappers to the police authorities, noting, "We are going to seek more information from these communities as these kidnappers come to the road to buy food and they interact with the people." The police commissioner further disclosed that the command will carry out regular patrols and mount checkpoints along the road to checkmate the incessant kidnapping taking place in the area. He also said that the rescued victims will be taken to the Magnus Eweka Police Cottage Hospital for thorough examination before they will be handed over to the state government to assist them continue and proceed to their respective destinations. On his part, the coordinator of the Edo State Community Vigilante Security Network, Mr. Yusuf Aruna, said the success of the operation is a testimony that what the Edo State government is doing with the new security architecture in identifying and understanding the behavior of crime and criminality in the state. In his words, "Crime is local, so we localize our architecture. We have chased the criminal element away from the city to the suburbs, and we are taking the war to them in the suburb as well," the Edo State Vigilante Security Network coordinator disclosed. In another news, the governor of Benue State, Mr. Samuel Ortom, has accused his Kaduna State counterpart, Governor Nasir El-Rufai, of being the one misleading the Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. He stated further that the Kaduna State governor is one of the real enemies of Nigeria. Mr. Ortom stated this while responding to a statement allegedly credited to Malam Nasir El-Rufai, where he was reported to have said that the Benue State governor is attacking the federal government to cover his failure to secure Benue State. In the words of the Benue State governor, Nasir El-Rufai is a sycophant, ethnic champion, and a religious bigot who hates anyone who does not share the same faith with him. In the statement signed by Mr. Ortom's spokesman, Mr. Teve Akase, he said in his words again, "Malam El-Rufai is among the very few persons who have misled President Muhammadu Buhari. He is one of the real enemies of this country who do not hide their divisive tendencies by elevating nepotism and ethnicity above good values that have held Nigeria together over the decades. Recall that communities in Benue State have come under attack from suspected herdsmen in recent times, making Governor Ortom to accuse President Buhari of working with Fulani herdsmen to take over Nigeria. Reacting to the above statement, the presidency has expressed disappointment in Governor Ortom. Here is the full statement as signed and released by the Benue State Governor's spokesman Teve Akase and seen by our correspondent. We read the statement credited to Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, in which he accused Governor Samuel Ortom of using the insecurity in his state to attack the federal government in order to cover up what he termed as the Benue State Governor's failure. We want to believe El-Rufai was wrongly quoted. A man who has failed in several aspects as governor of Kaduna State has no moral justification to accuse another governor. A governor that has divided the good people of Kaduna State against one another by not hiding his hatred of indigenes of the state on account of religion and ethnicity is not qualified to judge another governor on any issue whatsoever. A governor who choose a Muslim deputy in a state where Christians have a huge population is certainly not one to preach unity and peaceful coexistence. El-Rufai's attack on Governor Ortom is merely to make him look good before the presidency. He has fallen out of favor at the villa and wants to use Governor Ortom as a launch pad back to reckon. How has he handled his own problems in Kaduna? This is a man who insulted almost every prominent Nigerian, including the late President Umaru Yar'Adua and former President Olusegun Obasanjo. A man who is his former boss and one who brought him to limelight. Nigerians have not forgotten the unprintable things El-Rufai said during Goodluck Jonathan's time as president. He insulted the then president and publicly supported terrorists attacking parts of the country. His statement on the abduction of the Chibok girls and several other acts of terrorism are still fresh in our minds. El-Rufai is on record to have said repeatedly that Fulani people must retaliate any wrong done to them, no matter how long it takes. Is Governor Ortom responsible for El-Rufai's inability to ensure peace in Kaduna State, where bandits have taken over some communities while kidnapping and killings occur on daily basis? El-Rufai admitted to paying Fulani herdsmen whom he invited from other West African countries in the name of stopping attacks in southern Kaduna. Since he made the confessional statement, attacks on the people of southern Kaduna have escalated. This is why he wants men of good conscience like Governor Ortom to be silent to create a way for the conquest and expansion agenda to succeed. Kidnapping has become a common crime in Kaduna State under Nasir El-Rufai. Aside the much celebrated cases, it has been estimated that every given time, not less than 300 persons are abducted in Kaduna State by kidnappers who are always identified as El-Rufai's kinsmen. He pays them billions to embolden them. He has turned the state into one of the most unsafe places to live in Nigeria today. Talking about taking someone seriously, if other Nigerians take El-Rufai seriously, we in Benue State do not do same. A man who has no regard for humanity does not deserve our attention. Nasir El-Rufai is a sycophant, ethnic champion, and religious bigot who hates anyone who does not share the same faith with him. He is among the very few persons who have misled President Muhammadu Buhari. El-Rufai is one of the real enemies of this country who do not hide his divisive tendencies by elevating nepotism and ethnicity above the good values that have held Nigeria together for decades. El-Rufai doesn't possess the credentials to counsel anyone on payment of salaries and the welfare of workers. This is a governor who really sacked 4,000 workers for no just cause. He ought to be ashamed of himself. What happened to lofty promises he made to Kaduna people in 2015? The Kaduna State Governor should know that only 2 days ago, the people of Benue State met at a stakeholders meeting in Makurdi and unanimously passed a vote of confidence on Governor Samuel Ortom in recognition of his performance. That meeting was attended across party lines with leaders of the All Progressive Congress (APC) also present. El-Rufai and his conspirators must know that Benue State will not repeal the open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law, no matter the amount of blackmail, hatred, and threat they wage against Governor Ortom. We advise the Kaduna State Governor to focus on addressing the numerous problems he has created in his state and leave Governor Samuel Ortom to lead Benue State in peace. This statement was signed and released by the spokesman to Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State, Mr. Tave Akase. With that report, we have come to the end of our day-to-day news update for this time. We really want to appreciate you, our dear viewers, for being there and staying tuned to watch this our news video. We urge you to kindly like, share, and comment on this news video you just watched. Also, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel at DJM TV and hit your hand on the notification bell to always get alerted each time we present our news videos. Until I come your way again with another hot trending news, I am Stanley Okocha for DJM TV News. Thanks so much for watching and see you in the next news video. Bye for now.
DJM TV. DJM TV.
Fulani people don't say no, they don't like us.
Welcome to DJM TV.
DJM TV. DJM TV. DJM TV. DJM TV.
Some of the delegates and ask the question.
DJM TV. DJM TV.